This is everything you need to know about the new season. Now first up is the tournaments. As you've probably heard, there's no solo cups this season. I don't know why, I have no idea what Fortnite are doing, but it seems like they're trying to kill their own game. No solo cash cups, only 2 divisional cups in the whole 2-month season, and FNCS and evaluation cups are still only Division 1. So if you're not Division 1, then there's not really too much for you to play this season. Other than that, we've got 6 console duo victory cups. So lucky for you guys on console, there's 6 victory cups for you to play this season. So for the people that aren't in Division 1 and you play on a PC, there's only like 3 tournaments you can play over the next 2 months, which is just terrible. So hopefully Fortnite will realize this and they'll add some solo cups in, or they'll make FNCS open to Div 2 and Div 3 as well. Now talking of FNCS, this is the last season for teams to qualify to globals. So if your favorite teams, maybe like Mr. Savage or Booga, anyone who hasn't qualified yet, this is their final chance for them to make it to LAN. Now moving on to the map changes. The first map change is Supernova Academy. This is a new POI, it's replaced Magic Mosses, and this is by far the best drop spot on the map. This place has a good amount of loot, it has good metal, good materials, but the main thing that makes it the best drop is this vault that you can unlock by doing like a little parkour challenge. And there's also these other rooms that you can get into by leveling up your superhero abilities throughout the game. Another new drop spot on the map is Demon's Domain. This is replacing Masked Meadows from last season, and this is one of the best drops on the map as it does have a medallion here, and this medallion actually gives you shield that regenerates over time. Alongside that medallion, you also get the mythic Spire Rifle, and we'll talk more about the Spire Rifle later in the video. Now another map change is Seaport City got replaced by Utopia City. The only real difference here is how the POI looks. It's just the same POI pretty much, it just looks different, there's the same amount of loot and nothing too much changed. Now the final map change is these bunkers. You will find them scattered around the map, but so far they don't actually work. You can't get in them, there's nothing to interact with them right now, and they have no purpose. So hopefully that'll be fixed if it is a bug, or maybe it will be added in later on in the season. So now let's talk about the new meta. The first item that is extremely in the meta right now is the base boost gloves. These are so OP. If you're not carrying them, at least one pair in your trio, then you're just at a crazy disadvantage. There are so many different things you can do with these. You can like one-shot metal builds, you can use them to rotate, you can rotate your teammates with them by like shooting them forwards and they don't take any full damage. There's so many different things you can do with them and they're just very versatile, and you need to make sure you're carrying them. The next thing to carry is the kill switch revolvers. These are pretty good for surge and for fighting, but the main reason you would carry them is you can take no full damage if you use this special like double jump ability just before you hit the ground. So when you double jump with these revolvers out, it will do like a slow motion like animation thing where you dive through the sky. So whatever height you do this animation at, you will take full damage from there. So if you jump off of a really high building and then you do the animation just before you hit the ground, you're not going to take any full damage. So these are really good. You can use them for fights, you can use them to get surge, but they're probably best if you're trying to play on high ground, because if you get chopped out, all you have to do is do that animation with a double jump and you won't take any full damage. Now the next thing to talk about is the Spire Rifle. This is a new AR. It has no scope on it. However, it's still very good for surge as it's quite accurate at a long range, and it's also good when you're up close for fighting. Now the main selling point of this rifle is the 50 bullet magazine size. The next thing to talk about is the tracking visor. This literally gives you wall hacks. I'm not joking. Every 25 seconds, you can use the tracking visor to like scan a distance around you, and you'll be able to see any players within that distance, and you get wall hacks on them. And this is an infinite thing that you can use as many times as you want throughout the game. After the 25-second timer, it just refreshes and you can use it again. But if you don't want to wait for the 25-second timer, you can just drop it to one of your teammates and they'll be able to use it. And then they can drop it to your third trio member and then they can use it. And you can just have constant wall hacks throughout the whole game. So make sure at least one person in your trio is carrying the tracking visor. Now let's talk about the Sentinel Pump Shotgun. Not too much to say about this. It's still the best shotgun, like it has been for Season 1 and Season 2. Make sure you're carrying the Sentinel Pump instead of the Outlaw or the Auto Shotgun, because the Sentinel Pump is just levels above it when it comes to the damage, the structure damage, the fighting ability with it. The Sentinel Pump is still the best. Now last but not least is the Dash Sprite. This is a new sprite, and if you throw it down, it will give everyone on your team near you 3 dashes. Just like the Grimgate season, you get those dashes. And this has 3 uses. You can pick it up after you've thrown it down and you keep your dashes. So if you use it 3 times with your whole trio, your whole team is going to get 27 dashes in total. One thing to mention about the dashes is you do take full fall damage. So whatever height you dash from and then you fall, you're going to take damage from the height you dashed at. So if you're on a hill, you could dash once to get off the hill, and then just before you hit the ground, dash again, and you'll be completely fine. So one thing to know about the trio meta that I've figured out, between your 3 members in your trio, you need to have one person carrying a dash sprite, one person carrying the base boost gloves, and one person carrying the tracking visor. This is like the 3 best items in the season, and you need at least like 1 item each for the whole trio. Thank you guys so much for sticking around until the end of the video. If you're interested in a private one-to-one coaching session with me, then you can check out the first link down in the description.